Hi, Dr. Deepa Shetty here. I gave my introduction in the beginning of the session, and now let's begin with the session. So, today I am going to take a topic called hypothyroidism, rather a thyroid disorder. In that, there are two disorders which are of the thyroid gland, that is hyperthyroidism and hypothyroidism. The most common prevalent condition or the most common prevalent disease of thyroid gland, which is right now it's come up very strongly now is hypothyroidism, and it is twice common in women than in men. I have seen many cases of hypothyroidism in this recent era coming up a lot in women. And since it is such a prevalent disorder, I thought of taking it across so that I can throw some light on whatever clinical experiences I have had to in treating hypothyroidism cases. So let's begin the session. First and foremost, let's understand what is thyroid gland. We all know thyroid gland is situated in the neck, and it produces two hormones. Rather, it produces T3, T4, calcitonin. All these hormones, the main two hormones are T3 and T4, which is required in our body to help in metabolism. So if the thyroid hormones are not produced in adequate quantity, the metabolism of our body slows down, and hence there will be low BMR. Also, thyroid gland helps in a lot of hormonal balances. So many times if there is low thyroid hormones, then there will be a lot of imbalance in the female reproductive hormones also. So we find a lot of cases of amenorrhea, irregular menses, heavy or scanty bleeding. So this is another symptom which people come up with. Also, it helps in enhancing consumption of oxygen, mostly nearly of all the cells in our body. So the most common prevalent symptoms which or the complaint our patient come to us is the fatigueness and tiredness, lymphedema. So they really feel tired doing little work also. They feel fatigued even a little walking a little step also. So you understand this, that the metabolism is slowed down, the BMR is low. Also, the consumption of oxygen by the cells are low. So in overall package, it makes the patient tired. So these are something which happens when there is low amount of thyroid hormones in our body. The thyroid gland, though it looks very small, it plays a very important role in our body. In particular, I would say that it slows down the activity of the body, complete activity of the body, and hence the system slows down. So it's very important that we treat it in an earlier stage, when the hormones are not that low. If we treat it that time, we can treat it very adequately. Now, the common symptoms I explained you, that when the thyroid hormones are low, what happens? The patient comes up. So many times the patient does not come to you directly with a thyroid disorder. If she comes, she's already on allopathic treatment, and the allopathic treatment for it is thyroxine, which are synthetic hormones. So T4, which is produced by our body, is given artificially by the tablets called thyroxine in different brand name which it is available from 10 to 25 to 75, depending upon how much low the thyroid hormone is. It is supplied from artificial means because the body is not able to produce the adequate amount of thyroid hormones. So that is when our patient comes to it, she is already, or she or he is already on a thyroid hormone, and then the patient may come to us telling that I would want to reduce my doses because it seems to be increasing, or whatever the patient comes and tells you. Now, depending upon for what the patient comes and what he says or she says, our drug is decided. So let's understand it as I go ahead in the journey when we are taking ahead. Okay. So what I wanted to come up to is sometimes the patient will come with a thyroid disorder and tell us directly that he want a treatment for it, or she may come with something else, you know, and she may not want to get treated also for the thyroid hormone because she's okay with my patient, which I'm going to discuss right now, is somebody like that because she's okay taking a tablet and they're okay taking a tablet lifetime as long as they don't feel the for women what is bothersome for them is that they feel fatigued if they don't take the tablets, if the thyroid hormones are low and they can't do their regular work. As we know, all the women have to multitask a lot, and if they're going to feel fatigued while doing the work, they would not want to do some do not want to stop a tablet or really get there and can't do the work. So it's very obvious that they come with this kind of complaint. But what I have come across in my practice is that many times they come to me for weight loss, because thyroid hormones, even if you take a synthetic hormone, it does not increase the BMR to that high level, and hence there is a tendency to put on weight because the BMR is low. And since the BMR is low, the fats are absorbed and kept, and that's how the females tend to have a lot of weight gain. They have fluffy face and hair fall. There's another thing for which the women can come to you, and during such period when they come with this kind of complaint, please do the thyroid test, because one of the reason for any kind of hair fall or a weight gain, specifically if the ratio of the hip and the abdomen of a woman is abnormally large, then it is very important that if the shape of the body is okay, but the hip and abdomen ratio, you see the abdomen growing a lot and the hip and abdomen ratio is a big large enough, then it is very important that you do the thyroid test. So if you do the thyroid test, rule out the thyroid thing, because most of the time it is a thyroid hormone because of which she gets into this kind of problem. So first and foremost, do that test. And when you do that test, there's one more test which has to be done called TPO antibodies. This is done to rule out that is she suffering from something called Hashimoto's disease, which is an autoimmune disorder. That thyroid hormone can go low because of an iodine deficiency. The adequate amount of iodine is not there in your body, hence the thyroid gland is not able to produce adequate hormone, or there is an antibody which is developed against your thyroid gland. So your own immunity system is going against your thyroid gland, and so it may destroy the thyroid gland, thinking it to be a foreign body, and that's how you can land up into hypothyroidism. So please do that TPO antibody test, because that will determine the severity of the disease and the management part of the disease too. Because if it is in an autoimmune disorder, then the management will differ, which I will explain later. Along with it, many times what happens when we tell the investigation to be done, we don't do directly T3 and T4. We sometimes the T3 and T4 is normal, the TSH is high. What happens is when the thyroid starts producing less amount of hormones, the thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid gland cannot produce directly the hormones. It has to be from a pituitary gland. There is a TSH, the thyroid stimulating hormone, which will stimulate the thyroid gland, and then the T3, T4 will be produced. So when the T3, T4 is less in the circulation, the signal goes to the pituitary gland to produce more TSH. So the higher level of TSH will make us see that the thyroid stimulating thyroid gland is trying hard to produce and keep the thyroid hormone normal in the system. So many times the patient will come with the normal T3, T4 level, but a higher TSH. That also is an indication of that the patient is progressing toward hypothyroidism. And many times the TSH is very high and the thyroid hormone is very low also. So that is another set of thing, So I'm just telling you that T3, T4 only should not be done. We should be doing the three sets of the hormone, four in fact, T3, T4, TSH and TPO antibodies. All this should be done, and then depending upon where the patient is right now, the management of the patient will be taken ahead, or that will determine how are we going to manage the patient, or how are we going to taper taper the allopathic doses, or how are we going to increase or repeat our doses. So for all this, it is very important that we know all this whole scenario, because if the TPO antibodies are negative, then it is very easy to treat this disease. And if the T3, T4 are in a normal level, but the TSH is high, it is easy for us to treat it sooner. And we can really tell them by when you can stop the tablets and by when we can. Or if they are come to you directly with this kind of readings and they have not started any allopathic tablet, that means the TPO antibodies are negative, T3, T4 are normal, the TSH is high, but the level of the TSH is not very high. Suppose it is 4.5 or around 5 or 6 or 8 also for that matter, 6, and the symptoms of the patients are not troubling the patient a lot or so, even if it is, but if the TPO antibodies are negative and if all this which I'm saying is there, then we can directly start them on our medicine, and the patient may not require any allopathic medicine ahead. So this I gave in beforehand rather than I should have been discussing this in management part, but I wanted to focus on the investigation part also, so I gave this simple tips during the investigation reports, which has to be taken into consideration. So we understood the function of the thyroid gland. We understood what causes the thyroid gland to, what is the reason why the thyroid gland produces low amount of hormone. Then we understood that what are the investigations required, what are the symptoms. Now, after knowing all this, let's understand how do we go about treating hyperthyroidism cases in our homeopathy. So let me start with the case. I had uploaded the case on the YouTube. I hope everyone has seen it. Still, let me narrate it for you all once again. A 35-year-old woman came to me with a symptom of panic attack. Now, the panic attack for her was she used to get breathless suddenly without any intimation that breathlessness is to come, and then she used to get suffocative and she could not breathe, and then she used to feel that she will fall, and that's how the whole symptom is to take over her. And then she used to take a tablet which was given by a psychiatrist to her for her panic disorder. Now, let's understand panic disorders or anxiety disorders. So there is an anxiety attack which is coming into picture, and then they give a certain set of tablets which are going to take care of the chemical reactions which are going to happen in the body. So those tablets she was on. She came to me saying that I want to stop this tablet, and I was like, okay, I can help you in that. Let's understand where and how this whole thing is happening. So I asked her for the series of the reports she had, and from there I came to know she had hypertension, she had hypothyroidism, and plus this panic attack. So the hypertension could be treated very easily because this is an anxiety disorder. She was on tablet for hypertension too. But during our case taking, I could taper all of them. So that's how the beauty of our homeopathy is all about. We can really make them independent of anything. See, the synthetic hormones which are given to the patient are suppressing our natural hormones because the function of the natural hormone is taken over by the synthetic artificial hormone. So the body stops producing hormones. So when we give our homeopathy, the beauty of homeopathy is that we can make our natural hormones, the production of our natural hormones again, and the body will start producing it, and she can be self-dependent. She doesn't have to depend on the tablets anymore. That's what she came to me for. That I don't want to be on the tablets. Now then I asked her why you don't want to. What is that is troubling you with this tablet? I mean, if you're okay with thyroid tablet which is on all the time and you're not having any problem, then why do you want to stop this tablet? She said my husband does not like it. I said, so what happened? What is the whole issue? She said, my husband says that there's a lot of side effects of the allopathic medicine, so I don't want you to take this tablet. And my husband says so, I don't want to take it. So I was like, okay, but then are you taking or not taking? So she said, yes, I'm taking. I'm hiding the tablets from him and taking, and I have to take it because I can't stay without it. If I don't take it, then I get very restless, and I just can't survive like that. So I said, okay, so what does your husband say that affects you so much? She says, see, if the person says it very lovingly, then it is okay, but he screams at me and वो मेरे heart को लगता है. That's her language was. He screams at me, जोर से बोलता है, and that touches and it hurts my heart. That was her say. So please see the video because her non-verbals are very important. The way she presents the whole case is very, very important. That directs us to the medicine. So that's what she said. So I said, let's understand further. So what do you do when the attack comes? How do you feel relief? She says, I go to rest as soon as the attack comes. I can't stand, so I have to go and rest. And when I rest, I try to slide down. I don't feel better. I try to get up. I don't feel better. Nothing relieves me during that period of time. And I get so scared that I will die. So I was like, okay, so then what do you do? Then I take the tablet and then I sleep. So I said, are you able to sleep? She said, yeah, after taking the tablet, I sleep and then I put music in my ear. And I said, what kind of music is that? She said that I hear Shivaka music. I hear a lot of religious music, and when I put it in my ear and sleep, I feel better. I said, then does anything increase this whole episode of yours? So she said, yeah, if there is a lot of noise in the house or my kids make a lot of noise, I don't feel good at all. And I tell them to go out of the room and I just lock myself and sleep. If they don't listen, then sometimes I beat them up also. But I don't like the noise made by anybody. I really want to switch off the lights, switch off the noise, switch off any kind of noise out there and sleep. So that's how I feel like doing. So that made me a little inquisitive. So I asked her, okay, let's understand further how what is it that's happening, to you. So I said, when did this all begin? So for me to understand why did she land up into this disease, I wanted to know what happened. So she said, I was from a family which was very fun living, very jovial. There was no tension out there, and we were all caring for each other. There was never any quarrel in my family, and it was also very good. Nobody scolded me, nobody ever raised any voice at me, and I was so taken care, and we all were so happy together, cheerful and happy. After marriage, I came to my in-laws' place. They are all very, with lot of tension. I mean, they all do lot of they start fighting with each other at times, and at many times they don't even care to see that when I'm ill. They don't even care and come and ask me, how are you? Are you okay? Feeling better and all that. So there is no care. There is no loving atmosphere out here. So I don't feel good out here. It is so so tension wala atmosphere. I said, what is the tension there? She said that my father-in-law, we have a family business. So my father-in-law is the one who's the head of the family. My mother-in-law is the head of the family. She's to a certain set of work. We are told to. I have my sister-in-law also with me. So this family setup. Let's. I forgot to inform you all that IPR is very important in our applied mind method in HHF. The IPR is very very important. So the IPR, domestic IPR here is very important because she's not a working female. She's a housewife. In her in-laws' place, she's there. Her husband, her two kids, her sister-in-law, her brother-in-law, their kid, her father-in-law and mother-in-law. This is the IPR. Okay. Now she says that my father-in-law heads the family. So any kind of money which we need for our grocery, even for my medicine, I have to go and ask for my father-in-law. And there are and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law are having a lot of discords. So my sister-in-law is not doing his work. I have to do his work. So I said, is there a problem there? She's saying, no, but my sister-in-law say, why you're doing the work? So I say, what is the issue here? When I'm doing for everyone, my father-in-law is also saying, when you're giving food to everyone, why not to him also? So I can give him. My sister-in-law does not give him. But at the same time, they say this also, she should be giving. Why should you do his work? So I said, what do you feel? She said, I feel we should, it is okay. I mean, I'm giving everyone food, why not to him? But the kitch which happens between them and between in my house, because that atmosphere which is there in the house because of all this is really making me feel go away from this whole thing. So, or rather, she didn't say go away, but she said it really makes me feel that gets my attack. That's when I get the attacks. That's how I get into panic attacks and all that. So I said, okay, fine. So then what? So she said that that's how it is, and I don't like this whole atmosphere. So what do you do? So this video which I have uploaded is the first follow up of the patient. The earlier video, which was when she had come to me first, didn't have much in it, or rather, I didn't have a good voice quality of that video, so I put the second follow up. By then, I'd given her the medicine also. So in the second follow-up, she mentioned this also that I started an online marketing and I'm very good now. I didn't have a panic attack for 15 days. By then, we had started the medicine also. But this I wanted to put this also across that she started online marketing without telling her husband. After a month, she tells her husband she started it because by then the response had come. But her panic attacks were less during that period of time. So I said, how did you manage the money part of it? So I said, she said, I took it from my husband. And I can't ask money from my father-in-law because he doesn't even spend for his cavity. How do I ask money from him? But I'm feeling very good. I am not looking for a money from this business, but मुझे अच्छा लगता है. I feel nice that people are feeling good, or I am doing it for time pass. This was her say when she spoke in the second follow. This is the gist of the case that I wanted to give ahead. Now let's look further in this case what happened and how the case evolved and what do we see in the case, what do we perceive, what is the analysis, what's the evaluation, how do we come to the drug, and how the follow up is. In thyroid, management of the thyroid cases are very important. Along with the drug, of course, the right remedy does wonders, but along with that, management of the case is also very important. So let's go ahead. Let me share with you all the PPT which has been, which I have made. Okay. So HHF session, a big gratitude to my guru, Dr. Rao. He has been a wonderful person. He has been, mm, he has been a son of all our life. All the people in HHF is glowing today, shining today because of him. So thank you, sir, for being you. Thanks a lot. I spoke about thyroid gland, how it is T3, T4, TSH. I spoke about it. I spoke about hypothyroidism ratio, which is there, the causes of hypothyroidism. Then we spoke about pathophysiology for hypothyroidism. What is it? Then we spoke about signs. What are the signs? Constipation is another sign of hypothyroidism. I spoke about the allopathic treatment which are used and why it is important that we start homeopathy at the very early stage. This is the case. I gave you the family setup about her. Then I explained you that why she came to me when I asked her. I explained you this whole thing. Then we spoke about how during the attack, what happens, what does she do, and what are the tension she's feeling. All this, I gave you the whole gist of the case by now. So let's understand what does Louise Hay say about thyroid disorder. We in applied mind method try to understand mm, in the body when the disease happens. In any part of the body when a disease happens, it first happens in the mind. So what is the thought process which is going on in the mind because of which the body choose this organ? Why the thyroid? Why is it that her body chose a thyroid hormone? The anxiety disorder is definitely in a different level. I mean, it is in the chemical reactions of the body. You know? That's where the anxiety level come into, and that is also a repercussions of what is happening to her mind. Okay. So this is direct relation to the mind, but the thyroid also has a thought process in the mind, which makes the body choose that organ. So what does Louise Hay say about it? That is, people with thyroid problems are unable to voice what they see because they too often struggle to keep peace or win people's approval. So you could see that in her case also, she wanted to keep peace in her family. She wanted to feel. She wanted that there should not be any kind of kitch kitch or any kind of noise in the family. So that's where she was trying to do, and a feeling of I never get to do what I want to do. When is it going to be my turn? There was no freedom in terms of even the financial matter or in terms of taking any kind of decision because it was done by her father-in-law. So she often used to, that's why she started online marketing without asking them. So she used to after giving her drug she did start to, that is very big change how a drug acts actually. So she was feeling all this, that it is never my turn. This causes you to feel hopeless and give up the expressing what you want. So it's very important to see that how our body chooses an organ. That's a throat. Throat is something which we use to speak out, which we use to express ourselves. Our voice is a form of expression. That is one of the senses which is used to express ourselves. So when you are not able to express what you feel from within, then the thyroid hormone can happen. But there are many other diseases of the throat can happen because of that. But thyroid thing happen just because you are not able to express at the right time right thing. So the body chooses thyroid gland. You always feel that it is never my turn. I am doing everything, but it is never my turn. I am not able to do what I want to do. you know. So that is when the thyroid hormone gets affected. So let's understand the analysis of the case which we right now took. So when did the problem start? Post marriage. She couldn't adapt to the new atmosphere, which she finds negative and full of tension. Now, how of the patient was? See, we in our HHF we do it in the form of why, how, what. These are the expression of the patients which we have to see and understand, and then we can take a rubric according to it. What is the IPR of the patient? How the patient adapt to it? What is his reaction to the IPR? So how is it and what is it? And when did the whole problem start? So we saw that the problem started after the marriage because he could not get adjusted to this atmosphere. If you could have seen the video, the face is blurred, of course, but the video shows a person who has a very childish look, very childish tone, and a very carefree person. She didn't make me feel heavy. When she came and she started talking, she was smiling and she was laughing such a lot that I was enjoying taking her case. So she's somebody who's non-verbal, was like a very fun-loving person. Okay, so how is she adapting to the illness? She takes the medicine. She tries to divert the mind. What she did by, she's spoken in the video that the marketing job which I am doing right now, I'm doing is for to divert my mind. So if I divert my mind, then I don't get any attacks and I feel good. So she tries to divert the mind. She goes and lie down and she wants a quiet place. She listens to religious music. These are the some of the things which she adapts during the illness. Now, it's very important if there is an acute illness. In chronic cases, getting an adaptation becomes little difficult because the patient gets adapted to the illness for a very long time. So you can't get it very easily. You really have to have two, three consultation, or maybe in the first consultation also it can come if you're very good in catching the how. But it may take some time. But when it is an acute acute illness, or when it's an acute episode even of the chronic illnesses, it becomes very easy to pick up the uncomfortable zone of the person. So that during that time everything that is uncomfortable to him becomes more enhanced, or in a very strong way, and you can really see what is happening to the patient. So during the illness, what she does, she lies down in a quiet place. She does not like to hear any kind of karkash noise, and she is just listening to the religious music, and she feels good. What are the changes in the personality post illness? She's spoken in the video that right nowadays, after I came to this house, after I got married, because I came with this whole thing, I am not able to take any kind of noise. We had gone to the picnic other day and I could not take the noise of the kids. I don't know what is it, but I can't take a lot of noise, and that's the change she's observed in her post marriage, or post illness for that matter. The illness started after marriage, so you can see that. And also one more thing which came up during the video when she was speaking was like, मैं अपने आप को खड़ा करूँ ना पहले. Let me stand on my feet, then I can think about these people. So this say of her also points out to her rubric. So that's why I'm telling you that how she has become after the illness. She really wants to take care of herself, and she really wants to come up with something which can make her feel better. So that's the thing. By now, I am sure everyone must have come up with some kind of the drug. I am doing this a pre-recorded session, so I can't see what you all have come up with. I will definitely try to answer the queries whichever you have post our session tomorrow. So what are the rubrics which I selected? Light desire. She came to me for getting some light. Light desire is a rubric which is used when you really feel very, the patient also makes you feel light. That is how we take it in a we take it in a way that, can make you understand the patient. The patient was smiling, laughing, and, it didn't make me feel heavy at all. It made the atmosphere very light. So this person makes the atmosphere light. Also, the light desire here was like, give me some medicine so that I can stop the allopathic medicine. So that is also another way of it. Positiveness, she spoke about, मुझे positive environment पसंद है. I like positive environment. I don't like people speaking on a lot of negative things. She, the way she spoke about, मुझे ठीक, मैं खड़ी रहूंगी तो बाकी लोगों का सोचूंगी ना. Where will I think about anybody now when I'm not okay? So there was a lot of selfishness there. The sensitive or noise we could speak. The affectionate nature of her came about she taking care of her brother-in-law. She also thinking about her father-in-law. He's not taking medicine for himself because of money. How do I ask money? So that is an affectionate nature of her. Mental exhaustion, she said, मुझे कोई भी tension आता है तो I get panic attack. That's another mental exhaustion aggravation. Coins wants to be repose and tranquility. Desire is during the illness. She says that I don't want any kitch. I don't want to hear anybody. I want to go down and lie down and I want some shanti. That's the thing she spoke when she spoke about the illness. Amusement desire is like she likes a lot of, which I forgot to mention during the narration. It's there in the video that she likes a lot of functions and maza and masti, going into the functions and all that and enjoying with people. Even the online marketing, when she spoke about, she said, I am not looking for anything, I am doing it for time pass. और लोगों को अच्छा लगता है तो I like it type. Even I enjoy it type. Ailments from disappointment. Her whole problem started after she got married. A girl, when she get married, she comes from her parents' place. She has some kind of expectation from her new house, some kind of expectation from her in-laws. So this female was from a very fun-loving environment. When she came here, the atmosphere was thanda, or the atmosphere was a lot of tension wala. So this was a disappointment for her because she expected something and it was not there. So seeing all that, you could see the remedy. It's belladonna. Now, belladonna is something which we all know only for acute illnesses by old ways of method. But belladonna is a very interesting and day-to-day remedy. We all miss belladonna because we tend to fall into the trap of other things that patients say, and we don't see the smaller details of belladonna which can be seen here. So that is important. That don't miss this drug. It's a very important drug and can be a breadwinner for us too. So the if I had to sum up belladonna into 2 3 things only, then the sensitive to sensual impression. Belladonna is a very acute on senses. A person cannot take any kind of, even the thing which he said about वो जोर से चिल्लाते तो मेरे हार्ट को लगता है. That is how sensitive that person is. Belladonna is falls ill because of the sensitivity the drug has. It is a very sensitive drug. So because of her sensitivity, now see, many people must be getting into this kind of environment. Many people must be after marriage facing a different environment. It may not be the same as a parent's environment, but people don't fall ill. They come with the whole mindset of adapting to whatever it is. Now she is also ready to adapt. She's saying, मैं तो adapt करती हूँ, मेरे को तो चलता है, but I can't hear noise, but मेरे को किच किच पसंद है. So the whole environment can be sometimes like that. There are kitch kitch and there are things every house has. Why should somebody will be having such a lot of thing in that, So belladonna is very, very sensitive. Her sensitivity makes her fall ill. Another thing is belladonna wants to remain light. She doesn't like to take any tension. So anything that gives her tension in any form, she is not able to take it. She really wants to remain light. Any kind of conversation which goes into little bit of negative zone, which goes into देखो मेरे को कितना परेशानी है type, then that belladonna is not able to take it at all. So belladonna is somebody who wants to remain light. She will make you also light, and she will feel good. So that's how belladonna comes up. And उसका another thing is suddenness. अचानक होता है ना तो मुझे टेंशन हो जाता है. Then I get a panic attack. So suddenness of the things in any environment, अचानक से हो जाए. If it is known to me, I may not fall. I may not have that severe attack. But ये अचानक होता है. Everything was normal. Now अचानक से हो गया. The suddenness also affects belladonna. So belladonna, how do you understand belladonna in clinic? But belladonna is a very frivolous person. She will not come to take your drug immediately as soon as she falls ill. In fact, वो अगर उसको खांसी हो गया है and she is not able to have her favorite ice cream, she'll come to you. And once she takes that medicine and she feels better, she will again have an ice cream. He's somebody who is very careless or frivolous, you know, ऐसा होगा, देखा जाएगा. I don't want to take a load on my head, you know. अगर मेरे को illness हो गया है and if I'm able to manage with it, I'm okay. मुझको उसका टेंशन नहीं चाहिए. So if I'm not able to, and then if I am not able to do my regular activity, now here belladonna is in fear of arrest, fear of that, you know, I will be confined to one space and my freedom is lost. When that belladonna comes into that kind of picture or frame, na, then she gets hassled, and then that is when she falls ill, and that is when she seeks your advice. So in clinic, she will come, she will say that, you know, usko cough 4-5 दिन पहले हो गया था, and then she will come to you in 4th or 5th day when she is not able to, when her freedom is lost, when she is not able to do something. So you have to really understand the subtle differences between different drugs, why the person, and what is the core of the person, what does the person want? The person wants freedom. The person wants to live her life according to her wish. So belladonna is in libertinism also. You know, मुझे मेरे हिसाब से जीने दो, मुझे tension मत दो. So that is the understanding you should get. And one more thing is, when she comes, she comes in a very light. She makes the atmosphere very light. Though belladonna is sometimes comes in anguish also, when she's asking light many times and you're not giving, then she does come in a anguish state. And belladonna is seen in a extreme case, in a case where she is into rage of anger, you know, so violently angry that, you know, she can beat and she can strike. This is a later stage of the drug. This is at the, there are polarity of the drug, so this is at the other end of the polarity the belladonna can come. But I have not been able to, I have not come across that polarity yet, you know, where the patient has come in a rage of anger. But so from a stage where she makes the atmosphere very light, to a stage where she's so violently angry that everyone is, oh God, what has happened to her type, you know, she's into rage, very violent anger. That stage can also come. Also, belladonna is into light desire. She wants light from you. She wants you to cure her when her frivolous brain or the vivacious brain, or when she gets fear that, you know, now I will not be able to. There's fear of death also in belladonna. So she gets into this whole fear of, oh, मैं मर सकती हूँ. That is what our patient has, because she's having fear of suffocation. Is the suffocation, she's scared of dying. That is why she wants to get relief. So during light desire, she comes in a stage of carried desire to be carried fast. That means she wants you to carry and make her better soon. She kept telling me that, you know, कि मेरे को ये दवा बंद करा दो, मुझे ये कब से चल रहा है. So belladonna is in delusion persecuted also. कब से, कब खत्म होगा, कब से चल रहा है. Delusion persecuted is a rubric where which we apply when person comes, feels persecuted by the illness, where, you know, the person feels, oh God, it's not ending only, it is on and on. Until when am I going to take the medicine? When is this illness going to get over? So she comes to you when the illness is restricting her freedom, when the illness is giving her tension. So that time she wants you to carry fast, you know. Carried desire to be carried fast is a rubric which you can apply in the clinical presentation of belladonna when she comes to you. So light desire, carried desire to be carried fast is something which can easily applied in belladonna. That's how a clinical presentation of belladonna can be there. Other retrospective rubrics which I could get across when I did a retrospective study was the belladonna is childish, the belladonna is vivacious, fun-loving, belladonna is frivolous, carefree. I mean, मुझे tension नहीं चाहिए. Playful, light desire, libertinism I spoke about. Like I want to do, like she said, ना, I explained you that, you know, marketing, online marketing करना है और मुझे थोड़ा सा अपने आप को अच्छा लगना है. Now this is because she wants to escape the whole atmosphere. That atmosphere where she is not making her feel good. So when she wants to escape the whole atmosphere, then she takes this diverting mind is something which is, when she says that I want to divert my mind, it is about escaping from this whole atmosphere. That is why she wants to get into this kind of thing. So that time she didn't ask anybody, she didn't even tell her husband, and she started it. And after it started doing good, she said her husband. So मैं अपने मर्जी का करेगा. And then she said this also, you know, मुझे वो लोग बाहर जाने से रोकते ना, they don't want me to go out, but I can do it in. So she finds her way to execute what she wants, you know. So that is the way belladonna tries to do in the atmosphere, which is may not be very according to what she wants, but she will find her way to do it. So is and in during the video you could see that everything what I asked her कि तुम क्यों करती हो, ये तो करेंगे तो क्या होगा, what will happen, my brother, I said ना, why you want to take care of your brother-in-law and sister-in-law is there. So what happened here, when I'm giving food to everyone, I can give him also, it is okay. And मुझे, I am accepting whatever is there in my life, it is okay whatever is there, I can find my way out. So there is a lot of objective reasonable, whatever reason she gives, it seems appropriate, you can't argue with her, you think yeah, she's right, why should you. She says like, मैं किसी से क्यों बात करूं when they talk negative, let me be in a positive atmosphere, so I would prefer to be there. So when Belladonna gives you reasoning, you really feel like she's right. Yeah, I mean, actually her atmosphere is like that. She's an objective reasonable. I spoke about escape attempts to a domination aggravation. A domination is something when you are stopped from doing something by an authority, and that aggravates you. मतलब एक बच्चा है, उसको स्कूल में टीचर ने डांट के बोल दिया कि बाबा, you are not going to sit in this class till I tell you. So that aggravates the company. That is a domination. Domination when authority is in a domination. So it's not a they don't take it as a domination, they take it as something, uh, when I'm stopped from doing something by an authority, that is a domination aggravation. Belladonna is in that. Her husband was stopping her to take medicine that was making her come to me. That is why she came to me, because her husband was not allowing her to take the medicine and she had to hide and take the medicine. So she's into hiding himself on account of fear. Also, fear of being alone. She used to say that when I go in train, I get scared because I may fall. There's a fear of falling also. So I may fall. So I always take somebody or the other with me. So she always go, out of the house with a kid. At least her kid will be with her. She never goes alone. She has a fear of going alone because वो बोलती मैं अगर कहीं भी गिर गई तो who will take care of me? So there is a fear of being alone in lest he will die. That's the super short, clean rubric out there of Bella. Okay, and fear of being arrested. I told that that is why she's hiding, na. She is saying na कि मैं चुपके से दवा लेती हूँ. I take medicine without telling my husband because he's stopping me. So there's a fear of being arrested. If I don't take, then I will have panic attack. And if I don't listen to him, he'll get angry. So that is why that fear is making her still take the medicine, and the fear is making her hide herself and take the medicine. So that's the fear of being arrested. Sensitive to noise we discussed, delusion, persecuted I spoke, and belladonna can come in anguish state also, because belladonna ka other extreme is extreme anger. So she may not come in extreme anger state, but in anguish state वहाँ पे जैसे वो irritability में आ सकती है, like God, अभी तुम you make me okay. I've been trying to find light from you and you have not given, so make me okay. That state also that belladonna can come. Now, what does other people who speak about belladonna? Radha says that senses of belladonna are acute, sensitive to noise, light, etc., irritability, sudden fits of anger. This is an extreme state. Attempt to escape, which we discussed, desire to hide, vivid imagination. Shankun speaks, belladonna can be quite cheerful. In fact, he can be dancing, laughing. Now, if I really want you to all to see the video. Continuously, that person is smiling and laughing. That's how belladonna is, literally. They don't want to take any tension, and they're really somebody who are cheerful. They really make you feel, really feel. Sometimes I was feeling why she laughing, but she likes to be like that, joyful. Singing and can have generally light-hearted feeling with exuberance, but when the attack comes, he becomes crazy with fear and anxiety. Even when her attack comes, she gets so restless that she can't slide down, she can't do anything. She has to take the medicine. She gets scared. She has fear of death. All that anxiety comes into picture. Feeling of imminent threat or danger of life, danger of life can happen to her. Main reaction in belladonna is reacting violently to save himself, desire to escape, rage. So her escapism reaction, we could see that she's trying to do. Patak spoke about domination, aggravation. That's how belladonna is, and we could understand it. So for belladonna, what is freedom is, she wants freedom. The loss of freedom makes the belladonna sick. So what is freedom for belladonna? Freedom means love, care, enjoyment, having fun and respect. Even when she doesn't get love and care from her environment, she feels loss of freedom. So that is what was happening in our patient's life also. She didn't feel cared during her illness. Nobody understands me. There is no loving atmosphere. So for her, belladonna, for belladonna, freedom means, in fact, for every one of us actually, freedom means love, care, enjoyment, having fun and respect. freedom, wanting to be what you are, it's okay. I mean, everyone wants to do that. But the sensitivity which Belladonna has makes her sick. She can't tolerate this. And that's when she becomes sick. She has to live in that environment and she can't tolerate the environment. What will happen? And she can't even express herself. That is how the person falls sick. Now, the comparison, I'm sure you all must have come with this thing, this uh, drugs which I have right now. I could only think about this because the common thing which gets confusing in the clinic is Bella looks like Foss because Fire Foss. Oh, I had a very beautiful case of Foss, wherein Foss also has a childish tone. Foss also is childish, sometime when it comes in our clinic. And but the major difference is for Foss is in failure business, fear of failure business. तो अगर उसका काम रुकता है, the force will not stop because of illness. Force will continue. Force will continue his work and accomplish it. It doesn't get stopped. Force will never get stopped with the illness. She will come to you and take the medicine if she is completely stopped because her business should not be. Now, in our patient case, it was not the business because of which she came to us. She came to us because she was not having freedom to take her medicine also. So the difference is there, Force will and Force का escape क्या है? Belladonna का escape is finding ways out to divert her mind. Amusement find करेगी, playful रहने की कोशिश करेगी. Whereas Force का escape क्या है? She makes a lot of friends. She is very communicative person. She will have a lot of friends and she will find her way out to remain with her friends and to be cheerful. तो उसका people के साथ communication is something which can get her amusement. Okay. Pulse can be another thing because pulse also comes with, I say bacha jaisa. You really feel like, oh my God, poor baby, I should help her out, I should do something for her. That is how the pulse will give you a feeling. You will feel like taking care of pulse. Pulse will manipulate you to give love. So वो manipulation दिखेगा प्यार पाने के लिए. She will do everything for you so that she gets what she wants, so that you can give her love. That is the pulse cutting. Whereas Bella does not know to manipulate so well. Bella will come there and ask पापा मेरे को इस टेंशन से तुम इतना टेंशन वाली बातें मत करो type. They are somebody who will show you that I don't want this kind of tension. So she will not manipulate and ask for love. This female did not do anything so that those people start loving her type. She will not do that. Another thing is because there is a lot of fun, masti, maza जो Belladonna मांगती है, that is there. Lecasis is also something which can come into picture. But Lecasis का delusion, injury being injured very strong. Lecasis injury से बहुत डरता है. So when Lecasis falls ill, he will not wait like Belladonna frivolously कि थोड़े दिन जाने दे देखते हैं कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो रहा टेंशन देखनी टेंशन क्यों लेने का इलनेस का दैट इज हाउ बेला इज दैट इज लेकासिस थोड़ा सा भी अगर इसको इंजरी फील हुआ उसके हेल्थ के लिए या कहीं से भी पर टक से आके शी इज इनटू कॉशियस the lecasis will come and take the remedy very fast and the if anything it is going to increase her illnesses or stop her then lecasis will not do that वो जाके आइसक्रीम वाइसक्रीम खाएगा नहीं वो कॉशियस में रहेगा वो सब बंद करेगा जब तक इलनेस ठीक नहीं होता है so lecasis there it is and lecasis is very fond of traveling in this case this patient ko I was asking why don't you go out and be okay I go to functions of my family who wants to travel anywhere when your house can be a place where you can enjoy so they are not into so much traveling desire whereas lecasis is and lecasis during illness there's a lot of masti and jesting and all that lecasis want to be really into enjoyment zone a lot you know if you can remember Dil Chahta ka that Amir Khan ka character is I feel is a lecasis so much jesting and making fun of everyone even the Saif Ali Khan ka fun udata hai that is how the lecasis are very aise jovial fun loving and sabka mazak udane ka that's how the lecasis will come across Calcaria carp can another thing which will come up to you because when she says that she says this कि मैं ना दवा पैसे कैसे मांगू अपने फादर इन लॉ से क्योंकि उन लोगों को लगता है कि मैं इतना पैसा देके भी ठीक नहीं होती है I was in a function once and there when I got an attack I went and hid in the bathroom because I didn't wanted anybody to see my condition. So here you may think about Kilkeria Carb also when she speaks. I forgot to mention that during the case narration. But calcarea carb can also come to your picture, that because people are speaking about my illness, so loss of social position, socially how am I looking, what people will think about me, this can may mislead you to calcarea carb. But calcarea carb is a very fearful person. Calcarea carb is somebody this all we get from our gurus, Dr. Mohanty, Dr. Narish, or Naren, Dr. Gupta. So all these our gurus give us very beautiful journey of these drugs in seminars, very very beautiful. So I still remember that picture so clearly, visual picture, that Calcarea carb is like a balloon. उसको जब भी fear pain होता है ना कि मेरा socially मेरा position down हो जाएगा and सबको दिखेगा मैं क्या हूँ. Actually he's a very fearful person, but he plays himself into such a way that delusion wealth में दिखाता है ऐसा है कि some a big this thing. Now this reminds me to give you an example of my one patient. She was a friend, a family friend, but उसको जब illness आया, he comes to my clinic. First time he came, I gave him a medicine. Second time he came, he tells me, what? अगर तुमने मुझे अभी ठीक नहीं किया ना, मैं तुम्हारा क्लिनिक बंद करा दूंगा. When I know he can't do anything. मतलब कैसे बंद कराओगे? मैं ना शिवसेना वालों को वगैरह सबको बोलूंगा ये कुछ नहीं करती है, and I'm going to close down your clinic. This is how Calcarea का भी कुछ करेगा नहीं, दिखाएगा बड़ा, I am somebody type, और उसको जब भी थोड़ा सा लगता है ना कि मेरा सोशल पोजीशन जाएगा, he gets scared. So Calcarea carb is a very fearful personality. I wanted to focus on Calcarea carb because in classical way of method, belladonna is said to be acute of Calcarea carb. So how do you differentiate between Bella and Calcarea? We don't function into, we don't see like this in our method, any kind of acute or any kind of chronic drug. See, like, my Bella patient or my patient with thyroid could get treated with belladonna. Simple drug like belladonna could treat her. So the follow-up, let's understand the follow-up. That's very important. The follow-up of the patient is very, very important. I gave her Bella 203 doses was given, followed by repetition on monthly or monthly basis or something, depending upon, I think I repeated her Bella twice or thrice, depending on, because what I did was, after taking the medicine, first important thing was I checked with her panic attack. How do you check that? You check the frequency of the panic attack, you check the intensity of the panic attack, how severe it is she able to cope up now, is she able to take care of herself, and when she's able to do that, then the psychiatrist make the medicine less, as they only taper the dose. Actually, you don't have to do anything. So the intensity and the frequency will guide you towards how much time you can do the repetition. And I focused regarding the thyroid, which we will discuss further, how I tapered the whole doses. We can start monitoring. I make them monitor the TSH level every month, so that I come to know that is it progressing or it is negative. And when I see that it is going steady, then I make them repeat in every 3 months or 4 months or so. Accordingly, I give the doses. If the TSH increases somewhere in between, then I repeat the dose. If it doesn't, then I keep them on SL for a very long time. So that's how the repetition of the potency of the doses in thyroid cases it is. But the very important thing is management of thyroid. How do you do it? So management of the patient depends upon her. Now this patient was taking medicine since 2 years, and her TPO antibodies was negative. So that makes it very easy to taper the dose, because the TPO antibody is negative and the duration of illness is not much. She was on Thyronorm 25 milligram. So when I gave her the first dose, and then when I saw that panic attacks were becoming less, and when I repeated her TSH, I could see the TSH level were dropping down. So what I did was I started tapering the dose. The tapering of the dose is very, very important. What is important is, if she's taking 25 milligram of Thyronorm every day, see, the body has got used to synthetic hormone from outside, and it has stopped producing its own hormone. So when you are trying to taper the dose, and when your body is producing your own hormone, because we gave a drug out there, we gave a homeopathic medicine, the body will start producing hormone. But if there is an artificial hormone already out there, then the body will not be able to produce it. So we'll have to taper this dose. So you start tapering 25 milligram of Thyronorm if she is on 25 milligram of Thyronorm. Then you start making it into half tablet every day for 15 days. And then we see how it is a response. Many times patient comes up with symptomatic clinical symptoms. Patient may say, I am feeling fatigued. I am not able to work. This is the very important thing which happens. Fatigue is something which comes up very strongly. Fluffy face is something which comes up very strongly. So these are the same things which can, make patient may not take your med or may not be ready to taper the dose. So when it comes, you really have to make them very strong, be with them in their journey and say that the things will work out, stay with this. When this patient stay with it, for 2, 3 days or 3 or 4 days, the tiredness reduces and the body's hormone will take over and the tiredness will go away. So you start reducing very slowly, 25 milligram ka half karo 15 days में. And then you keep it. If the tiredness is still not gone, then you keep it for a month. Then she will be okay. Then in next month you can taper it to alternate day half tablet. This is how you start tapering. Then you do it to alternate day half tablet will be thrice in a week. Then you do it to twice in a week. Then you do it to once in a week. That way, every 15 days, every month, according to the patient progress, you do it, and once in a month, and then you stop it. After stopping the tablet, you have to monitor the patient every 6 months, may for at least 2 years, to get a record of ki the patient is off thyroid medicine and the patient is off your medicine also. Okay. So that's how you do the tapering of the doses. Uh, the challenge out here in thyroid cases is this fluffy face that women don't like, and the tiredness which the patient experience and can't do its work. So whether it is Bella or any other case, even when I treated a case who was, not Bella, Bella doesn't want attention, but any patient of thyroid, any kind of drug, that is a challenge you'll have to come across. Definitely, depending upon the patient, it becomes very easy to treat them. Whatever patient drug का patient we have and the duration of illness it is. But TPO antibodies अगर वो positive रहेगा, then first important thing is first the TPO antibody has to go negative, and then we should start tapering the thyroid hormones. That is very important. That's how you should do, and you may not do it half every day. Then you do half alternate day. If the TPO antibodies is positive, the patient is on a thyroid hormone for a very long time, then you don't do half every day. You do patient take half, then take one tablet next day, then take half, then you take one, ऐसा, या फिर you take half only twice a week. This all depends upon how your patient is going to take. If it is in a very higher level of thyroid, TSH level is very high and the T3, T4 is very low, then you really have to wait till your medicine is going to take a grip and slowly and steadily taper the dose so that patient is able to cope up with it. Because the very sad part of that thyroid hormone is the tiredness the patient feels, the fatigueness the patient feels, and the way the patient is not able to do his day-to-day activities. And women के लिए तो weight gain itself is something patient don't want to go through it. So that is why it's a challenge for us to be there with the patient in this journey, be a supportive guide out there for them to help them out and make them trust you that you will take care of it, and you can take care of it. It is not a big, I would not say big thing, but yeah, it is not something which we can't achieve. We homeopath can achieve everything because we are trying to treat the mind. Once the person's mind get treated, the person can definitely take a step towards his own freedom. The freedom does not come from the environment. The freedom comes within. The freedom comes from your own light. We don't have to seek light from anywhere else, but we need to seek light from within us. And when we are able to get in contact with our own light, we can definitely have freedom from any kind of people or thing. So that's something which is a part of counseling, which we can be with the person and take care of it. Whatever is the reason for the illness, you need to have some counseling tools in your pocket to make the patient feel better. So that's how the management part is. Okay, the another thing which I would like to focus is the auxiliary methods. See, even Hahnemann says that if there are exciting and maintaining causes, the illness may not be completely cured. So in thyroid cases, the weight gain is a very important part of the whole illness. So it's very important that you put them on a balanced diet. Also, there are many food which interfere with the synthetic hormone they are taking. You know, so soya is been advised not to be taken. The cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower and cabbage are supposed to be avoided in this cases. The metabolism is slow, so it's very important that you give them small meals at a regular interval. A meal 2 hours may, a small meal 2 hours may, so that the basal metabolic rate can be increased. The support our our treatment schedule. Whenever you put them on a proper diet, it always supports our treatment schedule. That makes the patient feel better very soon. And weight gain, which has happened, the losing of weight itself will make the patient be with you for a longer time. And definitely, any woman will feel good to look thinner and younger. You know, so it's very important that you, even when if it is a man, everyone wants to look healthy. So I per se give a diet to, so that because diet is a very important part of making person healthy. Diet is supposed to be for the nutrition, not for your desire. So it's very important that you put them on a right kind of diet which can make them progress towards the health, which is our natural state, which is very, very important. So small regular meals, probiotics like yogurt and well, helps very great in digestion because the digestions are slow. So yogurt helps in the digestion. No sugar and fats, very important in thyroid cases because already the system is very slow. You don't want to dampen the system by taking heavy foods like sugar, which has only calories and no nutrition at all. That doesn't mean they can't take it at all. Once in a while is a fine thing. But for them to remain healthy, this is a very important thing. Salads and fruit should be the major portion of the diet. The carb should be less because it's going to put you on weight. The protein should be must because it's going to take care of the muscles. But again, the digestion issue is there. So protein can be in a moderate quantity. Water is a very important part of the diet because most of the thyroid patients are constipated, and constipation and no digestion, less amount of digestion does not go hand in hand to make you feel good. Already the muscles are not having good amount of oxygen. Even if you take a synthetic hormones, still your muscles are not functioning at its optimum because of the thyroid hormone. On top of it, if you're going to make your body unhealthy by this kind of food which is slowing the system, these all sugar and fats are going to slow the system. Already the system is slow because of hypothyroidism. So it's very important that you explain them the benefit of these kind of food which will help them remain healthy. I to per se give healthy food habits or healthy diet to everyone, any kind of illnesses, because food plays a very important role in curing or putting them back to health. This is something which I'm giving from my clinical experiences which I've had with the patient. Another, I gave to the patient also the diet and yoga. She felt very good after taking yoga classes. It helped me to cure the patient faster. It helped me to calm her mind also faster. The drug played its role, definitely. But if there is a maintenance, I can't change your environment. The personality is somebody who is vivacious. The personality is somebody who is cannot take attention. The personality is oversensitive. So you can change it to a certain extent, but to get an awareness about you yourself, to get an awareness about how you want to be and what can be you be, it's important that you put them into this kind of practices of yoga and meditation exercise, because exercise and yoga will make the BMR increase. In spite of the low thyroid, it will increase the BMR, and that will make them fitter and healthier. That will make their mind also healthier. So that's something which you should take care, and be a friend to your friend. I would say you be compassionate to your patient, because compassion goes a long way to cure your patient. That helps the patient, that helps them love themselves, that helps you also love your patient in a way. When they cure, it is a, the smile on their face gives us also a lot of happiness within. So that's something which I would like to tell you all in auxiliary methods which should be followed. Everyone now, through Bella, I could see that, you know, how everyone's point of illness is different. Everyone falls ill because of different reason. Everyone react to the whole part which is there in a very different way. So I would say that if everything around you seems dark, look again. You may be the light. You may be the light who can make your environment jovial, vivacious, full of fun. You may not be getting lost in the dark because you are the person who cannot take this whole darkness. Look around. You can be the person who can be the light to others, light to your own self. There is a beautiful light which glows within all of us. And when we try to get in touch with that, we really glow into a person who can be not only compassionate to our own self, but compassionate to others also. Our sensitivity can pull us down, but our sensitivity can make us sensitive to others. And if we keep it in a balanced form, we can be a person who can be light to others. So, saying that, I would like to go like this is coming from a very deep feeling which I get in HHF. HHF is something which is full. We will never be somebody who will get into any kind of illness because there is a dhamal, masti, fun, and freedom to speak, freedom to be you, freedom to whatever you can be in HHF. We used to have such a lot of freedom, fun, freedom to always, Dr. Rao gave us the freedom to see his patient and treat them. Dr. Rao used to help me to treat my patient whenever I used to. I mean, I, I had come to him and said to him, that I want to get to know I want to learn through my patient, and he said, I will teach you. So he really came to my clinic and helped me know eh, my patient in a way. I get so emotional when I speak about him because the way he was, I've never come across anybody. He was a son from whom all of us have derived our lights, and now we are glowing because of it. So that's how HHF is. Dr. Rao has taught us to be like that, and all of us are like that. Our seminars are full of fun. We stand united together, and our seminars are full of. It is a sense of belongingness which we all have in HHF. So whatever atmosphere, wherever it is, when we come into HHF, everything is back to what we are. So we never can go into an imbalance, or we cannot go into any unhealthy state because we are fun, musty, enjoyment, friendship, everything in HHF. Saying so, thank you to all those people who helped me to conduct this session and reach across to you all whatever knowledge and clinical experiences I have and whatever I could be a part of the journey which you all are taking to understand patient, to understand life, to understand being what you are. Thank you, Dr. Krishnakant Dinde, Dr. Nikhil, Dr. Gopi, Dr. Hema, Dr. Shritika, Dr. PC, the whole HHF family, because of which we are what we are. I am what I am. And to my family and friends also for their unconditional love and support. My friends are awesome. They are, I have friends who sit with me whenever I am in the crisis and really be there for me. I mean, that's how we should all have, we should all be also, and we should all have in our life. That's something. I think the session was very. We you all could take something home from this session, and you all could really, I really understand how a case taking, how understanding the patient not by what is presented in front of you, but understanding the core of the patient. Patient बोलता बहुत कुछ है, but patient को क्या चाहिए? What is that your patient wants? What is that patient is asking for? What is the patient? What is that the heart of the patient, the soul of the patient? What is the core of the patient? That's very important. If you become a listener there, you know, you will not only able to listen to what he's saying, you will be able to listen something which is behind what he's saying. If you are able to see that, you will be able to cure any kind of disease, and you will be able to be what you want to be. Also, set up your intention to cure your patients. Set up your intention not to burden yourself with whether I'm able to cure, whether I'm going to make any kind of mistake. Don't burden yourself with all this. Set an intention out there that I am going to do my best to cure this patient, and do your best. That itself will take care of the patient. If you're being a very good listener, also will take care of the patient. Take all your tools to make them what you can do. to be your best. Just be your best. Just be the light you want to be within yourself. Shine from your own light, and you can get happiness, joy, and light in anybody's life. Now, this whole concept of light I took because we spoke about belladonna, but that's the truth. Life is full of enjoyment and joy when we perceive it like that. We all perceive it through our filters. That is why Hahnemann spoke about being an unprejudiced observer. If we are going to keep a filter of our life experiences and project it to on our patient, we will never be able to see it clearly. We may see it through our a freedom that Belladonna is speaking about can be seen as a controlled environment, a dominating environment. If I am coming from that kind of environment and I am not clearing my slate, remain, sit there with an empty mind, sit there with a listening ear, and you will be able to treat anybody with any kind of illnesses. Your role, which is supposed to be there in that patient's life. Just be compassionate, just be a good listener, just set an intention to cure patient. That will take you long way. Thank you. See you all soon. I'll come back and talk to you all. Any kind of queries you have, please ask me. I will answer as soon as I can. Thank you.